Kids and cadets, sorry about that interruption yesterday. I'm back at you. The Ryobi 2016 gentleman dropped off this Boland's with a broken safety brake cable. I remember the dude, pretty nice guy. He said, take your time. So you can see the rust here. It probably broke somewhere down there in the middle. He said he's happy with it. He's got a small yard, so he wanted to trade it in. And I said, I really don't have any 20-inch pushers. I'm just going to change out the cable. You can take this unit back. So, 2016 Ryobi, we just went ahead and switched the recoil out. Broken rope. So let's try to mess with this thing. I checked the gas. There's some in there, but it's slightly overfilled. People think this is a broken screen. It's actually a fuel gauge. You don't want to put fuel in it above the bottom of this marker. And you can see in here it's actually a little bit above that bottom mark. So this is slightly overfilled. You want the air gap that's established in here. You don't want to fill this thing up to the top. Okay, so let's try messing with this thing. Choke's on, the engine switch is on, fuel is on. I'm going to turn on the city water. And so if it does start, it should blast out of the outlet of the pump here with a lot of pressure. Right now it's just going to dribble out with the 40 or so psi city water. So let me turn this on like so. Okay. The recoil wanted to kick back, so I don't know what the deal with this thing is. If the keyway is sheared or what, but it had one hell of a kickback there when I yanked on it the first time. So I don't want to break my wrist again. Do you think the timing's off or what? Yep, see. Yeah, it did it a second time and slashed me right there. The first time it was in the chest, and actually I hit a vein there and it's starting to swell, so that's not good. Looks like a broken blood vessel. Now it's really swelling up. So that kind of sucks. That's not good. That's not good at all. I don't need that. So I got a big mark across my chest where it whipped back, and now my arm. So something's wrong with this thing. So they were yanking on it so hard they broke the rope. Maybe. But really, what's this thing going to hit? How's the keyway going to get sheared? There's no blade on it for it to come to a sudden stop. It's just the pump. Did the pump freeze up? If that's the case, if it had a frozen pump, I wouldn't even be able to pull on this thing. So that kind of sucks. I did notice the oil level was low. I figured just to try to start it, um, there was enough in it. Let me get a rag and wipe this thing off. But it was kind of low on oil. I don't know, did they run it without oil? Did the unit overheat? I'm just going to put the dipstick in the threads and not screw it down, see what it registers. It registers shit. So maybe this thing is toasted. If I go ahead and insert the dipstick through the threads all the way down to the bottom and back it off, we might show something on the dipstick. And we don't, so this thing's really low. It didn't show anything. So I don't know what to say on this 2016. I'd have to dig deeper. I'm just going to get a plug wrench, take the plug out, kind of examine it, make sure I don't bleed internally. That was a clucking nightmare. I left Mr. Cluck inside. If he would have been out here, he would have guided me. He would have been my safety chicken. He would not have let me pull on that thing for as many times as I did. Okay, looking for my sockets, spark plug sockets. I'm still not organized after my Fort Myers trip. My tools are kind of in a disarray, more so than normal. They're pretty well scattered normally, but they're really scattered now. Okay. I must have put them in another location. I'll take some channel locks and try to remove it like that if need be. Okay. So this kind of sucks. Give this plug wire a twist. It's kind of stuck in place. Okay, we got it off. Looks like an NGK. I don't have the exact socket, plug socket, but it's close enough. I'll be able to get a bite on it. I just did, so I'm backing this thing off. So this was $10, and the Work Pro was 10, and the Murray was 10. So I gave the scrapper 30 for this lot. The most potential is going to be in that Murray. I figured this thing might work out because it was a complete unit. running lean. Okay, let me tug on it and see how it feels. Well, that really kind of sucks. Some disassembly would be required to check the keyway, but really odd. Haven't seen a pressure washer do that. Jump timing. We got to investigate the 2016 a little bit more. That'll be a back burner project. So let me bring you over here to this Work Pro. We'll check out everything on this GCV 190. Okay. All right. What are we gonna do first? I guess check for fuel. There is fuel, very little bit at the bottom of the tank. We should probably just try starting this. What I'm going to do is move my water hose over to this thing. Hook up the city water, just wet that pump down a little bit. Take it off of the Ryobi. So what's the deal with this Ryobi? Ran it without oil. Maybe the engine screwed up. I figured with the hose and the wand, I thought, wow, this might be just a carb clean. And then I just found the recoil was screwed up. So I thought, oh, maybe it's the recoil only. But no, we got more problems with that Ryobi. Looks are deceiving. Okay, let me just turn the city water on. Okay, wet the pump down. Kind of direct the outlet away from the Ryobi. (2007) Work Pro. Okay, I had checked this one. This one's got more oil in it than the other one did, but it's not by much. Kind of 2 units with low oil levels. So let me kind of stand next to you and pull on this. Choke's out. Ignition is on. And we don't have anything. Kind of hesitant pulling on this. Afraid it's going to blast back at me again. Filter's clean. Let's squirt some ether down the chute. Some Johnson's pure ether. choke open. So it's pulling in the ether. Okay. Kicked off for a millisecond. Let's give it some more. Oh yeah, that was like a triple shot of that stuff. I'm going to put this cover on now because I'm not going to do this job. I just want to see what it's going to need, and I think it's just going to be a carb clean. Yep, start and stall. So it burnt the ether off and then quit out. So the little bit of gas that's in here is no good, and we probably have a plug jet or water in the carb. This one here is a little more challenging to get off the carburetor. It's got a fuel pump here behind the gas tank. Runs off the vacuum of the engine, so the tank's got to come off so I can get access to the bowl. But if I had a 10 millimeter open end wrench, I could probably just try draining the gas in the bowl and then maybe siphoning the gas out of the tank, or turn the unit to the side, let that gas come out into a container. That would be a quick and easy deal. But if the carburetor's gummy, I got to remove the tank to get access to the carburetor. No, I don't. There's a gap here. I can do it all from above right here. This filter mount would bypass the tank. The tank could stay in place, and there's a bottom drain for the tank. I can just let it drain through the bottom if I had to, because it is a vacuum powered fuel pump like you'd find on a lawn tractor. It's pulling it up from the bottom. The vacuum from the engine's running the pump. Your outlet's back there. You can see the hose clamp. Puts it into the carburetor through this hose. So that's all I got. Sorry about yesterday. We'll do a video on what he bought. He had messaged me about a Troy built actually for 120, and I said no, I sold it. So I sent him a picture of another machine for 130, and I said this one's 130. So he showed up thinking it was 120 like the original one, and I said no. So he said, well, that's all I brought. So I just did the deal. I took his trade in. He gave me 80 cash. I had given him 40 for the trade in, and we'll discuss that one next. It's dirty, and I'm thinking it was a fuel issue, bad gas. He said he does use rec fuel, so maybe it had just sat too long with recreational fuel. We'll find out. Anyway, appreciate you coming out, checking out the 07 Work Pro and the Ryobi, which is a 2016. I'll mark this one, check keyway on the Ryobi, carb clean on this one. So I don't want to be pulling on that in the future and end up with another laceration. Swelling went down a little bit just in the last 5 minutes. Maybe I'll put some ice on it. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Continue to have a good day. Tip your waitress and wait staff. I'll throw some more videos at you this week. I know when you guys don't see a video, you want me to post some. I appreciate that. But if I don't have any content to show you, I can't post anything. So, end of the season, I'm not cranking them out left and right like I did in the dead of summer. Gives me a break before the holidays. After New Year's, I really ramp it up. I want 30 to 40 running units in my to-go pile, so when the shit hits the fan, I can grab from that pile, fix what's traded in right away, grab from that pile, and keep the momentum going. Have a good day. Thanks. If you're going out for dinner or lunch, tip your waitress and wait staff. Thank you.